Welcome back to Great Day. Like many businesses, many car dealerships are part of big corporations, which is one way of doing business. But for Westside Chevy Kia, it's all in the family, just like it started 4 generations ago. We went to Katy, where their commitment to community runs just as deep as their love for cars. I spoke with Caitlin Offenberg at Westside Kia and Chevy. She's one of the youngest general managers of a car dealership, and she earned it. Caitlin, there are a number of things that make buying a car at Westside a pleasant experience, but part of that is the genesis of how you started. There aren't very many like y'all anymore.
Yes, ma'am. So something that makes us different is that I am 4th generation owner. So this was started by my great grandfather, and I am the first female in our family to do it out of 4 generations. Family owned and operated, been in Katy for the past 30 years. Wow. And I've worked here personally for 18 years since I was younger.
You didn't just roll up into a job, you had to work it. And
yes,
so what were some of the things that you did?
So I started out by answering the phones, taking out the trash, being a porter, moving cars around, kind of something that I didn't really ever think I was going to do was the family business. I started out working at Disney World. Then one day my dad called me and said, "Hey, do you want to come work for me?" And I said, "Sure." Went to the back office. Now I've been running the store for the past 4 years.
You switched out for a different type of ride, right?
Completely different kind of ride.
Right. Something new. And speaking of something new, this is Westside Kia. This is one of your added new dealerships. And the Kia, wow, if you have not seen one for a while, people, you got to stop by and look at this. It's completely different.
Yes, ma'am. The Kia that you used to know is different than the Kia
You used to drive
today.
the one that we used to know, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am. An '05 Kia Sportage. You know, definitely did not think that was going to be my first car, but we've come a long way in this brand new facility we just opened.
But the other thing that makes this buying experience so pleasant is that you've empowered your salespeople to really see the whole deal through.
Yes, ma'am. So we're kind of one of those family-owned businesses that we don't want to have you jumble around from manager to salesperson to manager. We want it to be easy, where you start with one person, you're working with one manager, and they see you through and through. So that way when you come back, you have a familiar face to work with.
Yeah, just like we've seen cars just advance with technology, our buying experience has advanced as well. We can start the process at home and then come in and finish the process?
Absolutely. So the easiest way is that you can start by online. You can inquire. We can send you numbers. You can do the credit application. All you have to do is come in person, pick up your car, and you're good to go.
Okay. There's one thing when you buy a car, it's a pleasant experience. After you buy your car, you continue that pleasant experience. If you have to get your car serviced, for example, we all know that we're attached to our cars in Texas, right?
Yes.
So to be without it for 15 minutes is tough, but so to be without it for hours, you try to ease that for us.
Absolutely. So what we do here is we have a fleet of loaner cars that you can come in. If your car's going to be overnight, we're more than happy to give you something to drive. And if it's just a couple hours and you don't need a car, we have a shuttle service that's willing to take you home, the mall, the movies, whatever you want to do.
All right. I'll tell you what I want to do right now. I want to get a closer look at this car. I mean, this one right here is so nice and sporty, but if you need something bigger, you have that too. I'm going to take a look at it. Hi, Rick.
Hi.
Okay, so I am looking for the Kia Telluride.
This is the Kia Telluride, actually.
No, this is not the Kia Telluride. Let me take a look back here. This is the Kia Telluride.
Yes, it is.
Wow, this is really a beautiful car.
This is the all-new 2025 model. This actually was named the Motor Trend Vehicle of the Year. It's 2025 model. This is the SX trim, so this is actually the higher end version. They can sit up to 8 people. This one actually sits 7, but one of the best cars Kia has ever came up with.
Okay, let's get inside and take a look at some features.
Please,
you want
have a
driver's
seat.
side or shotgun?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Simply just step on the brake.
And press the button?
Press the button.
Yeah, I remember my first car was one where you're fumbling with the keys and trying to put stuff in there, right? Yeah.
No more ignition, no more clutter, all simple and clean. You can keep the fob in your purse and you're good to go.
Yeah, because that way you walk up to the car, automatically it'll open for you, and then you walk on in, right? And then press the button, and then when you leave, it automatically locks. All right, let's talk about some of the features in this car. One of them I can see right away is this big, beautiful screen.
That's actually one of the biggest selling points in the Kia Telluride. So in the 2025 models, Kia introduced the 24.6-inch display. So now you have all digital screen all the way across from side to side. No more gauges, no more needles. It's just pure digital display.
Yeah, and from a safety perspective, we also can see what's happening around us. Before, we only relied on our mirrors, but we can see all the way around this car, right?
100%. Every time now you switch your lanes, for example, if you go ahead and switch your lanes, now you actually have a video blind spot monitor left and right as well too.
So that tells you who's right to the left of me. If somebody was coming up on the side of me, I can see them coming.
No more need to look left or right.
Wow.
You can see all
Okay.
day.
And then if I thought somebody might be around my car as I'm backing up or something,
360 degrees digital surround view monitor as well
look
too.
at that, everything.
And if you click here as well too, you have a AR display to see our surroundings.
Wow. Okay. Besides being technology savvy, this car also is really, really pretty. And so you can define what you want in terms of the look in a various ways because you have different options for things like the trim, for example.
You can choose your own leather color. You can actually choose your own dashboard trim, captain chairs, dual panoramic sunroofs, a amazing 360 degrees cameras all the way around the vehicle.
Wow, absolutely beautiful. So when we get with you all, you make that process really easy.
Simple and easy, seamless.
Okay, now here's the problem.
Shoot,
Do I get this or do I get a Chevy?
I'll get a Kia all day.
Okay, but you know what? There is a Corvette over there that I might need to take a look at. So I'll let you know. Sit tight. Wait for
got
me.
it.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Caitlin,
Hello.
okay. Did you drive over here?
I mean, we're just a couple steps away from our Kia store, but
Oh, of course.
so I walked by.
All right. But this is the Chevy, the original brand that your family started with.
Yes, ma'am, it is. So this is the first dealership that we opened here in Houston over 30 years ago. So it's kind of a Katy community staple.
Yeah, but you were talking about earlier how your great-grandfather is the one that started in the car business. Was this the car he was selling?
I mean, pretty much. I think so. It might even be a little too new compared to what my grandfather was selling. So.
Oh my gosh. All right. The Chevy side. And Chevy, of course, one of the great American car companies. And again, you have a selection here as well. You want something sporty, you can get that. Also, something that, you can drive easily for families as well.
Absolutely. We have a couple vehicles that are good for a family vehicle. We have the Tahoe, we have the Traverse. Those are all three SUVs that would work out perfectly for that. We have over 1,500 cars in stock and coming in, so you're able to get whatever you'd like.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'd like?
Yeah.
I have the need for speed.
Let's see it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go over here and talk about this thing that caught my eye and catches a lot of people's eye when they see this going down the highway because there's not very many of them. Jason, introduce me to her.
Well, this is the 2025 Corvette ZR1. It's the baddest car on the planet, and we proudly say that it's American made. 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds, 1,063 horsepower, and one of the fastest production engines ever produced.
And there aren't that many of them out there, right? So you see it, you better get it.
Man, we have calls from all over the country trying to get this particular vehicle.
Okay, before it goes, I want to at least sit in it, okay?
Absolutely.
All right.
Go and buckle up.
Okay. Ooh, listen to her purr. Oh, I love that. So the Corvette is kind of America's, darling when it comes to the sports cars, but it went through a whole body change a few years ago and it really got people's attention on the road.
Right, so not only a body change, but an engine placement change. This is the generation where we've actually put the engine in the middle, just like every supercar out there on the planet.
Wow.
We're now playing with the big boys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think you're beating the big boys. Okay, let's talk about some of the features inside the car. Even little things like I love the square driving wheel, but there's something tells me that's just not for looks.
It's also functional. It's carbon fiber. It's going to be durable. Everybody wants carbon fiber because it's just a very exotic premium material. And then because this is a track focused car, there's this little red line in the middle. So when the steering wheel is going like this and like this, you're able to always know exactly where up is.
And then of course the nice wide screen here.
Absolutely. So all new for 2026, we got rid of a bunch of buttons and switches that have kind of gone to the wayside, and we've streamlined everything. And like I said, this is the all new look for 2026.
Yeah, all right. I know people will think, okay, beautiful car, a car that can go top speed. What about safety?
Safety, of course, we have you covered with safety with all the latest and greatest tech, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, forward collision alert, you name it, it's got it.
Yeah, they help you to stay in your lane. Okay, let's end with, I want to hear it.
Absolutely, that's
Okay.
the best part.
Ready?
You
Get ready, everybody. Here we go. I like the way she purrs. Okay, I'd love to find this underneath the Christmas tree, but I'm sure a lot of people would.
Ready for a boat?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Westside Chevy Kia are making it easy to shop your favorite brands. Call Westside Kia at 281-392-5858 or visit them online at westsidekia.com. And if you're looking for a Chevy, you can call Westside Chevy at 281-394-0005 or go online to westsidechevrolet.com. We want to thank them for partnering with KHOU11 and Reaves Across America Houston to help pay tribute to the men and women who served our country. Every December, the community comes together to honor their memory by placing a wreath on their grave.